We are actually working, bud. We're being productive over here.
Yeah, look at me. I'm like.
There it is. What I was looking for.
Right now.
Oh, trailer's killing the stream.
So what are you gonna do?
What about your town?
Okay. Where's it? You kicked it. It's right there.
No! Darn it.
Darn it! What?
Fine.
You have one sock on. Can you put on the other one, please? I know. I'll help you with that. I just wanted you to put your socks on.
Hey, you're okay. Ah, shoot.
What are you doing?
Bending the bolt.
When your dad's done bending the bolt. I don't think you're where you need to be.
I was hoping I was close enough, but right now it sure is not looking like it. Sorry. I do. Yeah, bud.
How do we get these out?
Hey, did I come back, guys, or am I done for?
Guys! How do we get these?
How about we get those out in a little bit once? What are you doing?
Trying to get the bolt out.
Turn it like a normal person would. Hey, Ro, Hunter, you guys, that's how fingers get squished. What's going on? Ro, Rockwell, let's go, please. Rockwell, you guys are both gonna get hurt if you continue to do that.
Do you need to intervene, or are we going to be okay?
I mean, I would have really liked to intervene.
Okay.
I also don't want to drop this.
Yep, just a minute. Can't believe that's just... Go ahead.
Thanks. Okay, so what's happening?
I want that.
Yeah.
Side quest time.
So, can you guys share it, or do I need to take it away?
I was giving it to you.
Side quest.
Guys,
Mediate fight over a piece of trash between
fine.
two tiny leprechauns.
What do you think?
Earn, I'd say 2 gold, but you really don't get anything for this quest,
Okay, so are you both done with this?
other than less tears.
I'm not done with it.
You would like it? Hunter, are you done with this? Okay, let's leave it on the ground and you can both look at it. Okay, just leave it there though.
I like it.
Great, then play with that instead.
I both it. No! You gotta get together.
We push, go to that side, push in, just, you know, get it close. It's not going to line up all the way, but get it close. Okay.
noise your brother is making?
You hear that sound?
The airplane? Roro, can you put your shoes on? Roro, can you put
The jumbo jet? Yeah.
One problem with beating on it is it mangles the threads a little bit, so it's a little bit of a job to get it re-threaded. Doesn't have any on it yet.
How fast, sweetie?
Speed building tiny houses with side quests. I love it. Okay.
Dad, can you do this?
Yes. Come on over here, Rock.
Babe, do I need to hold this still? I'm assuming.
That'd be ideal. I messed up top there.
It doesn't make any noise.
Not when it's not put together, you're right.
What?
Where?
Is it cold outside?
Cold outside.
It's because it's windy. Clouds are moving.
Okay.
All the trees are moving. I think because of the rain.
So, Hunt, you can take your hat off now if you want. If it gets sunny, you're going back.
It's not sun already.
Oh man, pizza sounds good for lunch.
Big huge hammer
Yeah, it does.
You're talking about pizza.
out. Guys,
Now I'm hungry.
do you want some pizza?
I do now.
Why were you using this?
I was using that to.
But we should actually get pizza if you want them.
It's a good reason to get pizza if I want some. Okay.
Lucky duty.
Hey, Hunter, we're gonna see. Can you please use kind words?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's get this
so you
braced
guys,
up.
This is somewhere where you need to be pounding or playing. So let's both get out of here. Beep, 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 beep. Robo,
Okay.
That one is holding up that wall, sweetie.
I'm not a duty.
Back down there.
Yeah, you can smash it on the ground. We can't really. We don't really smash things with hammers while we're building them that much, buddy.
Get this down.
Okay. No, you're good. Just gotta.
Thank you for loving me enough to do that safely.
Okay, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Am I ordering you pizza?
I don't know. What are you guys thinking for food?
Let's get some pizza.
Okay. Walls. Walls are going up, doing stuff and things. Okay.
Now Ooh. Wow.
So what I'm going to be doing next, guys, is I want to get some of these cross walls through, just to kind of start locking this together, because this is like the most treacherous time of the walls. And then I will be
I'm always mad.
moving on to
Duty.
doing some infill right in there. Get that infill, get this whole wall completed after I have those on. So, hey, Rock, ignore him. Hunter's my little troll. He can really get Rockwell worked up. Okay. That's his own tools. That's from Hunter's kit right there. He's got his own toolbox. See that little green thing over there? He's got his own toolbox and everything.
But I'm a nudie tootie.
Yeah, but you can just kind of ignore him when he says stuff like that. So.
Hey, you nudie tootie.
Hey, Hunt. I do see that all of my stuff's out. Can you put all those back? Put all those pieces back where they go, okay? No, that one you don't have to worry about. All these little pieces you took out. See all these little pieces here? All those got to go back in, okay? But keeping my nut driver set together, that's always a chore. Okay. Hey, Rock. I said you're not allowed to smash things, okay? Hand me that. I know you want to use a hammer, but this is all building stuff. We're not breaking stuff right now, okay? Okay. Next part. We're going to have to go get our lengths measured out. So deflating, I know. Dad's no fun. He spoils fun. What's that? What'd I forget?
You forgot it.
Oh, thanks. Just keep that one safe, okay, bud?
Can I put it behind you?
Sure, you can put it on in my bags.
Right here?
Yep, goes right in there. Okay, there we go. So I need 121.
121?
Yep.
That's super long.
Yeah, it is super long, isn't it?
Not longer than the Golden Cheetah. Golden Cheetah is longer than 121.
The golden cheetah?
The Golden Hot Cheetah.
Hot cheetah?
Yeah.
What's that? What's a hot
It's
cheetah?
a cheetah that's hot and can burn up bad guys.
Oh, wow. That's...
Only burns up whoever steals stuff.
Hey, Hunter, did you put it all back together there for me, bud? Let's get them all back in, please, okay? Okay, so next what we need here is we need plates. That's going to be this right here. Got to think about how I'm doing this one. This one is going to be difficult. Okay. So this plate goes right in there, and then I've got my 1/2 inch that's going to go up against it. That'll be good. That looks good.
Guys, don't make it fall.
Okay.
There. And it's 70 miles. So that's 70 miles and that's 30 inches tall. So
Hey, bud.
I'm right here.
Yeah, it's getting cold out.
No, that's not good. It says wrong on it.
Yeah, I remember
Hunter, you may not climb on that. Thank you, bud.
Yeah, no, it's coming for us. It's coming out of the mountains. So what I've got now is to figure out my layout to catch this wall. And I've got to catch this up here. So I'm basically figuring that one out. Well, now let's think about this for a second, hon. So we're gonna do stairs in here.
Like a open shelving that works as a ladder.
That's not what I did.
Open shelving that works as a ladder. Okay.
Put it on the plane. Put it on the plane.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how I frame this wall.
Put it on the plane. You nudie tootie.
What are you thinking, Beth?
I mean, so I'm just gonna frame it up to this height, right? And then we're gonna come out. Or do you want to do those big pantry cabinets in up against that? And I cut out those pantry cabinets.
They won't split that set, so we'd have to give it up.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do this then.
Can you please have a card?
Disenfranchised, still working that out. If I'm using, I might use some Pro Trim on the cheap end, or we might do some galvanized metal on the more expensive end, but longer lasting end. So that is still on the figuring it out side of things. Okay, so I got to get a few more sticks over here. I saw that. Okay. Hey, Hunt. Hunt, you need to pick up the rest of these tools, okay? Put them all in the box. If you don't know where they go, just set them in there and then I'll put them in the right spot, okay, bud? Okay, just set them in there then. Okay. This.
So how do you ask for it?
You're fine.
So, bro, you have 3 cars right now, and he has 1. So what I'm gonna ask is you choose one car that you would like. Hunter, where are your cars?
Yeah, disenfranchised. I like that I won't have to restain and repaint metal. That's an exciting part about it.
Rocco, you may either have 2 cars, but Hunter gets to choose the one he wants, or you may have 1 car.
But that one does not have as many holes as this one has.
Okay, so it looks like you'd like the red one. Hunter would like the yellow one. You may have the blue one. Good job, guys.
But who else wants the green
Oh,
one?
then I think that Hunter should have that, so he has 2 also. Hunter, do you want the green one? Okay, then you can have 3.
I'm more than you right now.
Would it be easier to
Mom,
have those
see
cabinets?
this guy barrel now?
I like them, but you put together our kitchen already. I don't know that
How deep are they? Are they 24 inches?
I can go look.
Okay. So this is the point where we got to make the short wall. We got to do a pitched wall here. We got to make the short wall meet the tall wall, which is a little bit not quite as easy. So our short wall stud heights are at that. It's at 118. With it, 9'10", okay. 118. So I'm going to go 118 to the short here.
Oh, you know what? It looks like it's 2 different pieces, the top and the bottom.
Thank you. So, guys, what I got to do here is I got to do a 1 pitch. And we can see our pitches here. Hip valley's up here. We're going to ignore that. 1 is a 5 degree. You can see it right there. That's your 1 pitch. So that's a 5 degree angle. Just want to see exactly what that is on my calculator. 1 inch pitch. Pitch. So it's 4.76 degrees. 5 will work just fine. So I'm going to need a 5 degree bevel on these, and then I got to run them up from there. So it's going to be my outside. It's going to be a 118, and that is to the short with my very short bevel. So we're just going to give this a little bit of a pitch. We want a bevel on that. Looking at 5 degrees. Looking good. There you go. Just a real, ever so slight pitch. Yeah. So then that is my short of my next one. It's 118 1/8. Okay. Next one. So I've got to reset my bevel, square up my end here. This one will go like that. Yeah, 118 1/8. So I'm going to be cutting an angle on it now, so I got to do it a little bit reversed. Okay, so that's going to be my California corner right here. That's that guy. And I got to go find my other side. And that's going to be coming down from the tall end. So this is going to be at... So this is the complex part, guys, getting your pitch set correctly. It's not totally crucial in that I still have my 2x6 wall that goes on top there. So even if this is up or down a little bit, that's okay, but I still want to nail it so that when I'm doing my interior trim work, I make my life easier rather than more difficult. So this is a pretty cool game they've worked up, which is basically just throwing crap.
They run as far as the blue.
Okay, so I just got to take... Right over here is blue, Rockwell.
The blue and the fires. So I'll win.
So for this corner, I've got to do one guy's up, and he's just the long point. Is this, and it's still that 5 degree bevel. The 5 little bevels are annoying because you end up forgetting them, and then... Okay.
Has the piece blood on
Hey, Hunt. Nails got to stay in there, bud. We'll do some more nailing later. Rockwell, please don't throw at the trailer, okay? So we just have to do a 5 degree bevel on this, and that'll be all we need for this. Okay. I'm just going to come down right at the end because we're just adjusting something that was already cut for the stud. So we're doing just a fuzz off. We're just going to take the kerf of the blade. Very nice. It's going to be our tall side. Yes. Tagoma. And then It's fun when you always have a good idea, right? 125 and 7/8 is going to be my long. That's good. Well, square that up. That's that. Okay. Okay. Hunter's decided to make himself a slide, apparently. That can't go wrong at all. That hurt a bit, bud? Yeah. Got a little bit of board burn. No, we can't climb up there on those. Okay, bud? Okay, so let's actually get this down here and let's build this wall. So this is going to be our tall side. Tall. Hey, Hunt, Rock, come on over here with me. That's going to be tall. So you're going to help me build this wall.
What?
Short. You're going to help me build this wall.
Yay, Rock!
Okay?
I think I have it.
Okay.
Why do we have this right now? Rock is our way. And then knock it up.
I like your kid time stories with spray paint and fire. Sounds fun. Okay. Well, everyone's right in our business now. Tacoma, I got bad news, bud. You're gonna lose your spot pretty soon. Sorry, man. Okay, so tall goes there. This is gonna have to go like this. And then this one is gonna have to come like this. Okay. And then Tacoma's in the way of our other one. We're gonna give him a few more minutes before we make him the moose. And then this, I just need something I can use to temporarily nail with. I don't need everything here. So oh yeah, did you get it off? Okay. So, this is our first kind of complex wall. What we got to do here, guys, is we need to nail this California corner together. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get down it.
Okay.
Because I saw one that was bending.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just stopped it.
So what we're going to do is just use this one as a support. Flip our end up. Flip this guy on, and then we're going to nail all the way down this California corner. You know, bud, I'm sorry, you can't nail with this gun right now. It's just too loud for you to be that close to it. That's the one disappointing part. The really cool tools, they can't be part of yet. But we'll do some hammer nailing with them soon. Okay. Get that all nice and lined up, and then we just go pop. we're just gonna go like every 16 inches or so. Should be good. Good enough for our purposes.
Guys, I saw a nail.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's cool.
Cool, man. So, that's that one. Throw that aside for now. Actually, no, we'll use this. So we gotta get this other one nailed together. Or we gotta kick the comb out. Tacoma, come here. Good dog. Sorry, bud. Come here. Good dog. Good dog. Okay. Good dog. Okay, you be over there. Okay. So this is my bevel, this is my angle. My bevel, short, it's me right there. My angle, good jump, Hunter, man. And that's gonna be like this.
Man, oh, that's you.
So we're gonna go ahead and get that thing all nailed together. Man, I gotta tell you though, guys, as long as this doesn't rain,
Whew. Days are so much better than the hot ones. I will take it.
okay. So we'll get this stood up on edge. Just gotta make sure I do this the right way now. So really, this needs to go like this, and this needs to go like that. So, gotta do that. Gotta do that one up like that. Okay. Okay. Looking good. Getting it. Misfire. So what you gotta watch for is at the end of racks sometimes get these little ones. They can be a major problem. It's just like these two little dinky things, and they can really screw you up. Okay. Okay, that's that one. That one's going right in there like that. Okay. So I got to do one more calc here, guys. Yeah, disenfranchised. I'm going to get hit with something at some point. I don't know how bad it'll be, but I'm definitely, it's socked in all around me, so I'm definitely getting some rain. Yeah, you guys can call me Patty. Patty is leftover. I inherited that name in World of Warcraft, and I kept going with it. But you can call me Fathead. Fathead's a pretty good appropriate name, or you can just call me Nate. My name's not Patty, so it's always weird to hear that name. But Patty's fine too. Gald Mullet Firecracker is right. This is not a kit. They do those, and I like that idea. I was debating going that route. They didn't really have what I wanted in the trailer plus plans. Tumbleweed Tiny Homes, for example, is only a couple hours away from me, down in Colorado Springs, and they'll sell you the trailer and plans to build on top of it. They don't do goosenecks, so what I wanted is different. So I kind of have to. I'm making a few changes, and I wanted a few changes different in the trailer, so I'm kind of making all the adjustments I want. So I just gotta think here. If we have an 8 feet run, we have a 1-inch pitch. Let's see what my diagonal is. So my diagonal piece is only 5/16 longer than 8 foot. So I have a piece that's already at 8 foot. I'm just gonna use it. That 5/16 is not gonna be a big enough of a difference for me to not use it. So I'm going to put that right in the center here. And this is going to be it. It's good. So this is going to be my plate going across the top there. And then I'm looking good. So I'm going to get my frame nailed, and then I'm going to just cut to length. I'm going to measure in between and just cut to length the pieces I need in there. Later, PSB. Have a good shift, man. Rickster, how you doing, man? Okay. So that's all good and squared up. I like that. So the bottom is significantly easier than the top. Okay. This is where I got a little bit of a kink in the system. That piece is quite twisted. Okay, there we go. And this thing, what I'm going to do to make this work is I'm going to hold this in 1/8 of an inch, and then it'll just split the difference going down each side for that 5/16. So okay. Good. Split. It's all good. Okay. Same thing, I'm just going to hold this one in about 1/8 of an inch. And I'll keep my wall square where I want it. Okay, very nice. Now, the one thing I got going here is I need, still trying to figure out exactly what we're doing for some storage and stuff here. Still a little bit of an unknown. So, what I'm going to do for right now, yeah, it's coming. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to frame my wall right up to here, and then that means we can do our stairs, and we're probably going to do a little bit of an additional closet space going on here. So I'm going to be cutting my studs at 49. 49. So I got 49 there, minus 3 inches. Make sure I remember that. 49. So we're going to be cutting our studs at 46. We're going to do those at. So I'm just going to have the top of this here. I may end up framing some stuff up higher, but I'm unsure of exactly how we're going to do that upper part yet. So for now, I can just do this low part, and all that other framing isn't going to be structural. I do like that this will add a little bit of shear strength, having this wall together here. So we'll get that one in. I'm also going to need an 8-footer. Yeah. Oh, nice. Thanks. Okay. Looks like it's lunchtime. Yum. Okay guys, I'm gonna eat some food and do a little Q&A. So if you got questions, fire them at me, okay? Or at anyone. For that matter. Yum. Or you guys should go get some lunch. Sorry if I'm going to make you hungry, okay?
This is their fault.
It's true. It's true. It is their fault.
Whose fault?
Well, someone was talking about pizza,
They talked us into pizza. Oh.
and your mom got hungry.
Who was talking about pizza?
Wow.
I'm thirsty.
What would you like to drink?
Derp. Not holding back any punches, going political right away. Oh, buddy. That's scary.
Can you make sure Tacoma doesn't eat my pizza, please? bud. Thank you. Does anyone want my olives?
There you go.
Yeah? Okay.
Sorry guys, my stream can go for like 24 hours straight.
Your phone battery?
So my phone is not
Hot!
really up, so I gotta charge up the net.
I saw a hot fly.
Oh, that's pretty cool, buddy. Thank you, Mom.
Mom may stop by just so you know.
Sure.
You were thirsty.
I drank all mine fast.
Well, to be honest, it's already been done, so it's not the first. But, hey guys. Disenfranchised, yes. Triple axle can be 18,000 pounds total. I can't tow that much, but yeah, it's all steel, big steel frame.
Why are you guys pulling off all the good stuff?
No fear that you get to see everyone else and you don't get to see me, so.
Do you like spicy? But there's a spicy
Oh, it's a pepperoni. It's not too spicy.
Hey Fat, what's up, man?
I don't like
Thanks for dropping by.
pepperoni.
Oh, you don't feed 'em.
Disenfranchised, and I failed to clip that part, but I gave a quick tour. I think I was cutting out. I bought a GMC Duramax 6.6 liter. Basically, it's a GMC 2500, but it's a diesel
I
version.
like onion.
So it's a 3/4 ton truck. I've got 15,500 pounds of towing capacity
Neither.
with
We
it.
took them off.
What else?
We don't. We just have no onions.
What onions are? Where are the onions?
Not on it.
Where did you put it?
Oh, I asked them not to put it.
Sorry, I'm far away from my. Here, I'll bring it over closer. I can go join him at the kids' table.
No, that's because the knuckles.
Is there? Am I dirty? Got it.
And then you can hear me.
Excuse me. And by that I mean excuse you.
I'm gonna get up.
You are? Are you all done?
Did Rockwell eat the black olives only?
Basically.
But you still
There, now you should be able to hear me. Not so far away.
That's what is a. This is not good.
Disenfranchised. I thought about going the 1/4 ton or the full ton route, but I didn't want to have to get a big dually. I want to be able to drive this around once we're done and just have a nice truck that's good for work and but not too huge. And he is a cute dog.
I think we should get a newer one because the other.
You already want me to buy another new truck? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because the other one is gonna get old.
Well, it will get old, but for now it's new enough.
Your mom says no.
So it's the right balance. I don't want to have to
But
tow
my
more than
baseball
15,000
goes back
pounds
in
around the country
goal.
anyways.
You're right. Your race car does go.
So yeah, I don't want it to be any bigger than that truck can tow. Mountains being up high, I think that'll be a little bit tough. You know, if you're here for Jim thinks I'm going to have no trouble towing around the mountains. I think I'm going to struggle a little bit in the mountains. I'm just going to try not to do tough hauls with a bunch of water in the, you know, I'm not going to tow around an extra 1,000 pounds of water when we're doing a big haul.
Come on, lay down. Good dog.
Yeah, he's a good dog.
He's a good dog.
He's a good dog.
A good dog. Auburn.
Good.
How come this is outside?
You put that inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it inside.
Yeah, what do you think I look like? Yeah, this is me, except it's beat up work clothes. But hey,
But
we're doing a dirty job.
Auburn, it's all round.
No reason to get too fancy. Sorry, guys. Sorry I didn't roll out the black suit and tie for you. Disenfranchised. Our trip is all the national parks in the lower 48. You know, there's stretch goals. If the stream got big and everyone was like, yeah, we like the stream and we want to go see all the parks streamed, and it was successful and a whole bunch of people subscribed, then we'd be like, okay, let's go north. Let's go see some more national parks. Let's go see some parks in Canada. Let's do some monuments as well and stuff. But what we have planned for, what we have budgeted for, what we have saved for is the lower 40 national parks in the lower 48. Disenfranchised, probably just the mic that makes me sound that much different. The mic on this thing is not very good. Whereas in YouTube, I'm right up next to a higher quality microphone.
Because I just need it. It's strong.
I'm alright, thanks, buddy.
But a big because you know, little stuff.
Oh, sweet boy. Hey, Rockwell, please be careful over there. So what's next?
I'm getting the wall up. That's going to be separating the master bedroom from the main area. And then going to get that other end wall up so that we kind of lock it all together. Hey Barb, how you doing? We're live, just so you know. And then once I get those two walls up, I can do the short side and infill where I need to.
This is good.
That's your brother's pizza.
But I'm totally good.
Would you like to have a little bit of it?
No.
Catch you later, Assault. Yeah, sorry guys, this made everyone hungry, didn't I?
No! Come on! Watch one! Get to do! No.
What are you, Hunt? Hunt, what are you doing, bud?
Just going out just because I don't
Pulling
Come
everything
on!
Okay.
Hey!
Awesome, man. Appreciate that, Dirk.
Hey, do you want to show Nose all of our fruits that are growing?
Nice, Tim. Keep that in mind. Oh. That was just heaven for Tacoma. When the boys eat, it's just like, yeah, it's feeding time, feeding frenzy.
Sorry, I'm just gonna give him a piece of my food.
No. No. We're not feeding the dog, okay?
If he wants to eat my food again.
No. No, he may not eat your food, okay? A little bit's on the ground, he can eat that, that's okay. Okay, guys. Well, I'm about ready to get back at it. Keep on building. See if we get some more walls up. Poor doggo is on a diet, Sherlock, so he doesn't get as much. So he's really excited whenever. He's really at a pretty good weight now, but still gotta shed a little bit more, and then we'll be happy. Disenfranchised, we've got one more year. That's actually a big reason why we're doing it now. Rockwell has one more year before he has to be in kindergarten. And then he'll be full-time for, next 16 years. We'll be rooted so he can get all the way through school. So we've got the next full year is the last chance we have where we can take him on a trip like this until he has to be in school full-time. So, sure, there's always some schooling, Mrs. Sirius is in the school system. Mother-in-law was a speech pathologist, so we've got plenty of kind of educators around that will put them well ahead of their class. Tacoma, leave it. Tacoma's just so excited for them to be clumsy and drop stuff. But exactly, disenfranchised. I mean, that's quite the level of learning. Don't just learn the names of national parks. Go out and be in them. So they'll be in good shape. But that's why we're doing it now, because we're almost out of time. We couldn't, a year from now, we couldn't do this because they would have to be. These are taxes, what's up? A year from now, they would have to be in school and they couldn't do a big trip like this. So, part of the equation. Rocco's just really tall, so he looks older than he is. He towers over kids the same age. Okay, I have to put these up, or these will be devoured if I walk away. Tacoma will be disappointed, but he will come and he will clean up the table. Release. Oh man, sitting down so bad though. Once you sit down, it's like, oh, I don't want to get back at it. What? Yeah, disenfranchise, exactly, and that's part of the reason to stream it is kind of as a, it's to make a record of it for our own selves, just kind of do it live. If it's, if the stream's interesting enough, once I go to the national parks, the stream will get more expensive to run because I got to buy a bunch of modems and plans. And if it's not that interesting, I'll still just record it. I'll just put it up on YouTube later because then I don't need to have the live streaming equipment, which is the expensive part. So, but if live streaming is interesting enough, I'll keep doing it then. But either way, I wanted to have the gear so I could record it all. And because Hunter's too young, he won't remember. Rockwell will probably remember this trip, but Hunter won't really remember it. So it'll be nice for him to have, you know, something we can all look back on. So yeah, Colorado is just an awesome state. It really is. It's expensive to build things right now, so great idea. This is where you don't build a tiny home here. You can just buy materials cheaper elsewhere, but come here with your tiny home if you wanted. Would be a great idea. Would be a grand plan. Pseudo Texas, they're talking about my dog. My dog is named Tacoma. So no, not actually Tacoma. Will, thanks for the follow, man. Okay, guys, for some reason my phone didn't really charge, so I got you for a while still, but if I lose you on chat, I'm sorry. If I lose you on chat, it'll be done, because I can't live without you guys. I need the emotional support. Okay, that's that. Let me get all geared back up here, make sure I'm ready. Appreciate it, Disenfranchised. Yeah, and just so you know, it'll happen no matter what, and you won't miss it. But if you like the live streaming part of it, I appreciate that, supporting that. But I'll definitely I've got a drone and I've got this. It's going up on YouTube bare minimum. If we like the live part, well then I appreciate your support. Okay, let's keep going here. So 49, I got to cut a few at 46 to build that little short wall. It's nice now that Miss Sirius is out here and I don't have to focus on the boys as much, so that will make it a little bit easier. Some of those going. That's pretty cool, Disenfranchised. I had a buddy that had one of those old cabins, like legit cabins that is, you know, no water service. You got to bring in your water. It's got an outhouse. They brought a generator, but no power to it. That's pretty cool, man. It's a cool cabin to have. Oh, yours is in Ohio. Oh, Ohio City and Pitkin. I know Pitkin. I don't know Ohio City. Okay. I know Pitkin though. Firecracker. I have plenty of ports. I'm trying to decide, do I route and do I strap a USB cord to my arm, because I've got a battery. The battery lasts forever. I'm impressed with this battery I bought. So that's not really a problem. It's the other stuff. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3. I need 3. This is where my shorties come in handy. 3 at 46. Get that going. Take that. I can get 2 out of this, probably. That's right at 8 foot. I'm going to use that over there.
Okay.
It's going to be fine. Let's take it right out of these. Okay. Yeah, outhouses are a little bit of a pain, for sure. Okay, get our eyes back on. This is a twisty board. Oh, this is my problem. So that's the problem with your chop saw. Get 5 degrees off, and then all of a sudden you start cutting out of whack. Got to make sure you reset it every time. 0, 0, 0. Good. Yeah, man. You have to ask Mom on those. I think we already did some today, bud. See that? Let Mom be the bad guy. No, we take turns being the bad guys. 46. Derp. Catch you later, man. You have a good one, Derp. Okay. But we're gonna hold off on water right now, okay? We might be able to water some plants a little later. Okay, 1. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have seen them, but when I was a kid, you had to get the water balloons out around the hose. It was like, "Arr." You guys have probably done that. But nowadays, they got them where it's just this little, I'm surprised there's not one laying around in the yard. They've got like 20 water balloons on a filler. So you just fill it up and boom, instant 20 water balloons. It's pretty darn cool. So they love doing those. And today is like the perfect day where the rain is holding off so far. It'll happen where I'll get crushed, and it's just not hot. It's been great. If every day was like this for the build, it would be awesome. Okay. I need, you know what? I'm going to use one of these because it doesn't matter if I just use pressure treated pieces here because they're not doing anything. So, using the whole buffalo here, folks. Using the whole buffalo. That's right, disenfranchised. 1 by 1 is right. Okay. And then we do need to do one more thing here, which is we need to, so this should be 8 foot. 8 foot. Then we need to take 3 inches off. We need to cut a top plate that goes in there. So we're going to take this down to 8 foot down to 93. Okay. .93, and what I gotta do is I gotta chop it out to go in there. So I'm gonna do 3.5 by 1.5 inches. There, yep. We need to do 3.5 by 1.5 inches. Okay, so then we're going to do this. I don't recommend twisting your blade around in here, guys. If you've done this a lot, fine, go for it, but in general, don't lift up your boards while you're cutting them. A little bit dangerous. Okay. See how straight this wood is? Hey, babe. Where's our weed puller? Like on the table?
Thank you for calling it by its real name.
Thanks, babe. Okay. So, depending on how good your wood is, what you can do here, you either got to go get a saw or you can take this sometimes and just go chink, chink, chink. Kind of. Okay, it's out of there. Next. That one split a lot nicer for me. That's how it's supposed to work. If your wood's nice and straight. If your wood's nice and straight, huh? Gonna come up with a lot of quotes here. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So, what we're gonna do first, guys, is we're gonna transfer our layout. So we're just gonna come down to this thing here. And, oh, is that gonna be too snug? It's feeling a little bit too snug. Yeah, I'm gonna have to trim this a little bit. It's just coming up too snug. I don't know if I missed or I've got a board that's wide, but it's not working. So. Just gonna get rid of that. Okay. So. Quick layout transfer. This is going to make it real easy for us to nail the rest of it together when that time comes. Layout, layout, layout. Layout's not as key here because it's not like we're holding up the roof. This is a non-structural wall. A little bit of shear strength, but non-structural. This can come up here. And let's go get our nails. Okay. Rack up. There we go. Yeah, and keep firing away. I try to speak out loud just so that, you know, it's not like you guys are ever going to go be framers, but, you know, it's nice if you're ever, someone's remodeling your home, you know, someday, or, you know, I like to hear about other people's work, be it engineering or business or legal, whatever they're having to deal with. So it's kind of nice just to have that extra little bit of knowledge, right, about whatever's going on. So try to share some of the tips and tricks. Never know, Might have to help someone out, a little bit of framing. Or maybe you go, one of the people that I used to work with does some building for Habitat for Humanity. You know, that'd be fun. I'd love to go donate some time there sometime. I haven't done it yet, but I'm hoping over the summer I get an opportunity to do that. I'm just going to change. What I don't like about this, guys, is this piece is about twice as heavy as this piece. And I know it's only a few pounds, but it's like, why? It's just adding weight. So I'm going to go see if I can find anything in my scrap pile here. Okay. Okay. I just don't really have anything good for this. This is my problem right now. Yeah, I mean, understanding some of the basics, like if you don't know that a 2x4 is not actually 2 inches by 4 inches, it's gonna be tough to get a job framing. So maybe that information can be useful to you. Viewfoin. Sorry if I missed that, but how you doing, man? Yeah. It's fun to build something with your hands too, I will say that. One other thing you guys may notice, this right here is a safety. Pull that back, the safety's, how am I gonna say it? It's actuated and so no longer on, but like I can pull the trigger right there. So you'll notice me tap, let the safety go, and then fire. Other times I'll bounce, I'll pull the trigger first, and then I'll bounce. So just be aware of the safety when if you're ever using a nail gun. So now we got that. Those are at what we want. This is where you need to make sure you got your tools in your bags. Number one rule of framing, don't put your tools down, put them back in your bags. So the top of that wants to be at 49. Let's see how I did. And if I need to make any adjustments. Oh man, that is just so sexy. It's always nice when it kind of works. This one is curling down, so I'm gonna have to hold that end up, make sure it goes where I want it to be, and then nail it down. 49. Just want to check these ends up here real quick to make sure. Oh, it was almost a miss. 49 looks good. 49 looks good. Okay. Ooh, disenfranchise. Are you part of Sexy? Good outfit. I like those peeps. But Sexy is no more, right? I'm not up on it. Sexy is kind of dissipated and merged into other places, right? Okay, get that one there. And then this one needs to go in here, right where we want it. Down just to smudge them. Smudge them, okay. Okay. And then we just hold them all up where they need to be and bang, bang. Boom. And then a bit of tap shot. Your precision is usually press and then fire. And then when you're just banging it out, you hold down and just fire away. So, let's just see what this looks like. I need to sheet this wall as well. And for a second there, I was worried that I put that in on the top. I didn't screw up the wall this time, guys. Be impressed with me. Oh, this is gonna be a tough wall to stand. Normally you have studs. We're gonna have to stand it from here. See if we can do that. Okay. There you go. There's a wall. Looks like a nice wall. I am pleased with this wall. So, we're gonna get this guy in position. Normally I would get my sheeting in first, but it's gonna make it tougher to do it later, but I'm gonna just pry it out and slide it in later on. But I wanna be able to kind of get these walls together. Gotta take a quick peek, make sure everything's lining up how I want it. And then getting this in is really gonna secure everything real well. So, coming up a little bit high right here, I don't love that. It's probably actually my floor, so I might clamp it down there to get it to go down to where I need it to be. But there you're gonna have it. It's gonna be that. That'll be my framing in there. That's gonna be real nice. Okay. It's the only problem with not sheathing it in the front end. I may actually end up sheathing it. Problem is, if I don't sheath it now, I can't nail into this top piece, which I'd really like to do. So, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to sheath it now. I'm going to sheath it on the ground, be a little heavier, but I should still be able to work with it. This is serious, so muscle it up there for me if Mr. Fathead doesn't have the muscle for it. Okay. Okay. We're going to do this. Nope, thanks. Okay. There she goes. Okay, that's all good. Okay, guys. I need to take a quick break. I will be out in a jiff. After lunch break, if you know what I mean. Be right back. Okay. We're ready to rock and roll again. I'm back with watermelon. Okay. So you guys can kind of see why it's a problem. See that bulge right there? That was really holding my wall up. I don't know exactly what my solution is to that. I might try putting a few more pins in it. Otherwise, I'm just going to clamp my bottom plate down and hold it that way for now. Good watermelon, babe. Go for it. You think you're going to get the watermelon, Ryan, don't you? You can just have a bit of that, but you're not getting the rind. Okay. Leave it. It's not for you. He's not going to leave it, is he? Sorry, I gotta... Nah, leave it. No, you don't get it, bud. Leave it. He's like, what? I don't understand. If it's on the ground, it's mine. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm making everyone hungry, aren't I? Next little bit here. Okay. I'm going to try to wail on these a little bit, see if that'll sink it at all. Otherwise, I'm going to use clamps. Yeah, it's not going down anymore. Clamp it a little bit and that'll be it. But at least it's mostly out of the way for my walls. I don't have too many things penetrating up, keeping my walls up. You can see on these, most of them I kept them in because that helped, because these heads can hold up your walls, but I was really trying to get some grasp on some of these, so that's why I moved them in a little bit. Okay. Fire. Good. Thank you for saying that again. Yeah, so you gotta, we usually call it trim carpentry and rough framing is the terms we use. Right now what I'm doing is rough framing. There is, I'd say rough framing's more about speed and trim carpentry is more about precision, is the general rule. Because in the end, the rough framing only has to be structurally sound. It doesn't really have to look pretty. It's all buried in the walls. So as long as you have achieved doing it so that the structure is strong, that's all you really need to do. Sitting there and really trying to line up each stud perfectly doesn't really net you that much in the overall quality for the house. So there, you're generally just trying to do it so it doesn't cost you too much money. It's kind of your main goal. So there is some crossover, no doubt, but a pretty different skill set overall, I'd say. But I'd say if you're good with your hands, you'll be able to pick either up if you started from one or the other. So okay, so I'm gonna put a layer of 1/2 inch on there. It's 49 inches. I don't want to waste 2 sheets for this, so I'm gonna just split it at 48, and that'll be fine for this application. Is going to do its job just fine. Sounds good, Tasty. Thanks for hanging, man. Okay. 48. 48. All that junk out of here. Cool, sounds good, Fire. We will catch you later, man. Yeah, hopefully that rain doesn't hit me too bad. These guys cut, we'll get those nailed on, we'll get that wall stood. Unplugged. Let me go get another three-way going. I've been bumping into this a few times now. Okay. There we go. Yep, okay. Now we're up and going. Yeah, Hunt. What's that? Okay. Cool, guys. Okay. So the one problem here is making sure this wall is square. It's going to be a little bit tougher.
What is this one?
This is called sheathing.
Is it what is the line called?
The lines let you know where to nail.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So guys, normally if we have a square wall, I can just measure corner to corner and I know it's square. I don't have a square wall here, so it's not as simple as that. But we can still make marks and do our measurements with. Thanks, bud. I don't need that quite yet, okay?
Why?
Well, because I got to square up my wall first. So what we're going to do in this case... Disenfranchised, yes, because this panel I'm not going to be able to nail it after because of it's going up against this steel. So if I don't nail it ahead of time, I won't be able to nail where this steel is. So this panel I'm going to put on ahead of time, yes. Excuse me. Normally when you nail on your sheeting, you spend a lot of time making sure your wall is all squared and the plate's not racked and all that. You know, if you go through and build a whole house where everything is kind of just racked weird, it can be a problem. So we're going to use this at 108. It's going to be our mark for trying to square this wall up. 108, 108. Okay. So that's at 145 exactly. What are you doing there, Hunter? What are you doing there? And this one is at 144. So I'm shorter that way, so I need to go out just a bit here. I need to go to 144 and a half. 144 and a half.
Dad. You sure I need my tape measure?
Do you need your tape measure?
Yeah.
Okay. 144 and a half. So I'm looking good. So that's square that way. Eyeballing this plate, it's a little bit like that, but not too bad. So we're gonna call that good enough. Let's get this down.
That hit me. No.
Okay. Try not to upset our squareness. Take this thing, put that right on there. It's right on the corner. And we're gonna get this one. Get that guy right on the corner. Yeah, bud. Do I need you? So we're gonna try to get these relatively squared up. Right now, I'm in good shape. I appreciate your offer though, bud. Thanks. Okay, so that one's in good shape. So here's what we're looking for now, guys. Really with these, I don't need to use these big, huge 16 penny nails. It'd be good if I had a whole bunch of these 8 penny nails. I don't. So I'm gonna use what I got and then I'll switch over to the 16s.
The longer one. Whoa!
You can use this little thing as a depth set. So those, I gotta use a lot more pressure to shoot those 16 pennies. I'm gonna have them move in a minute, but
No!
okay. Move that out just a bit. Looking pretty good along there. And then we'll get it. I'm gonna get just a couple tacks to kind of set these up where I want them. Make sure it's all looking good, that I'm not way out of square. And I can set these a little bit more. And then I will. What's that, bud?
I found a nail.
You got a nail?
Something that was put as that.
Okay. Well, you can just give that one to me then, bud.
But I don't need you.
Thanks, man. Okay, bud, will you go stand? You gotta be 5 feet away while I'm nailing. So this stud is kind of racked at the bottom, so I'm letting there be more there, and then it's narrower up top. It's looking good. So It's all looking fine. We've got our... Happy with it. Okay, so if you're ever nailing sheathing, guys, most of what you'll find these days has something like this on it. This is your nail pattern. I don't know if you can see, but that carries right through to my 24-inch center. So these look like 212, which is fine for what I'm doing. So you can just hit right in the circles and then you get your nail pattern. What are you trying to do, buddy? You want to cut? Oh, let me finish nailing and then you can. These over here are 16-inch centers. That's more common. I'm using the 2-foot center, and that's that one right there. So, again, I'll use 16, 16. I use the 2-foot. And I'm out. I'm gonna go check, see if I got any more. Whenever I'm not near my gun. Just since there's little guys around, I try to kill that. Yeah, you can go over there. You can go over there. Obviously, on a regular job site, you wouldn't have kids running around, so you don't have to worry about pulling your power all the time, but let me go see if I got any more ring shank nails. So I got a clean out. So what I'm going to use, guys, is this is overkill. They're still ring shank though. So I'm just going to use these. There's Hunt. He's ready to help. He knows he can't use the gun, but he's going to get his hammer out. Good job, bud. Yeah, you can do that. It's an okay place to pound. Just don't smash your fingers. Can I get it started for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need this in. Let's put this one in right up here, okay, bud? Here, we're going to go right down here. Want to take a few whacks at it? You can use both hands. Get a little closer if you need to. Make sure you're not reaching too much. You want me to try, or are you going to keep going? You can keep going. You try? Okay. There you go.
Thanks.
Good job. Thanks for your help.
But this is a butterfish. These are big. I don't know about them.
So what I got here is these are ring shank nails, but they're 3 inches because I'm going to be doing something a little differently here. Most of my exterior sheathing, those little, those were 2 3/8, those ring shanks that I was shooting. And so that means that when I go through this, I get a full, almost 2 inches, not quite 2 inches of bite into the stud. And then these things, I had to get something bigger because for most of my sheathing, rather than it just being this 1/2 inch, it's going to be 1.5 inches. So I had to get some 3-inch ring shanks so I still go through enough. So I'll use some of these right now to finish up. Okay. We don't bang that whole thing in, Hunt. I appreciate it, bud, but can you go put those back in? Well, because we don't need all those out yet, okay? Dad's got to do some more nailing with the big gun, and then we'll come back and do some more hand nailing, okay? I know. Hunt is awesome. He just wants to build. Don't slow him down. Don't get in his way. Okay. Disenfranchised, that's a good question. So I'm doing the 1.5 inch insulation that's on the outside. And then I'm going to be doing, I haven't decided, fiberglass is the cheapest. I might do some spray foam, that's expensive, but much better. So that's still a little bit up in the air. What I'm going to do there. So this one we got to angle it in a little bit. I'm going to set this back down so it goes in. Now we got to catch the studs, so we got to just give a little bit of an angle. Those aren't really setting very well. I could stand and turn my air pressure up. Okay, that's where I stopped. Boom. Finish those up. Then a few in here. Okay. 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 Yeah, disenfranchise, that's a good idea. I'm actually going to be, all of this stuff, the zip system, I have this liquid flash stuff, this tube flashing. I'm going to go through and I'm going to seal every one of these lines. Man, doesn't do anything. I'm going to go through and every one of these lines on the outside is going to be sealed with this black goop, this liquid flash. So I'm going to have a complete air water barrier all the way around on the outside. So this thing's going to be pretty darn tight. So the one thing though is we don't want our nails to blow through too far. We can avoid it because it's actually a water seal on that outside. I'm going to hit all the nail heads so it's not the end of the world, but let's get these sunk. Okay. It's all looking real good. I'm real happy. Okay. Yeah, disenfranchise. That's going down the road with this thing. Keeping the water in airtight. That's going to be a job for sure. Okay. Think about what else I need to do there. That's good there. That's going to need a clamp. And we can get this wall up. What we haven't done yet, that I kind of need to get done, is we haven't really fine-tuned leveled this trailer. And so what we're going to have to start doing is making sure our walls are really super straight this way. In order to do that, we need the trailer to be level, so then we can use a level on the walls. Because if the trailer's cranked out and I level the trailer's leaning, but I level the wall straight up and down, it's really not level with the trailer. I'm not trying to make it perfectly level. I'm trying to make it at a right angle to the trailer. So I'm going to get my transit out, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now, actually. Let me get that going.
What happened? What did the tornado suck up?
Okay. I'm going to need this and this. Okay. So this is called the transit. Let me get it set up and then I'll show you what we're going to do. Basically allows us to carry a perfectly level line anywhere. It is pretty hilarious. They crack me up too. I'm glad they're entertainment for more than just me. Come on. There we go. Okay. I didn't want to do this right off the bat because I wanted the trailer to kind of settle a bit, you know, compress the ground where it was going to. So I think we've given it enough time to do that. So I'm going to be looking through there, getting that little bubble into the center of it. Okay, that's looking real nice. Hey, babe, can you give me a hand, please? Hey, Alex, would you please give me a hand? Thanks. Okay, so what I need to do is we have to level this trailer out.
Okay.
So you're going to stand up there with the tape like this, get it locked, and you're just going to be putting it on the deck, basically in all the corners, okay? Okay, I'll let you do that once you're up there. But
Does it matter how tall?
probably needs to be at least 40 inches, maybe 50 inches.
Okay.
3 and 5, Tim. Yeah, so have like, so you're going to be putting it right on the subfloor, yep. Right on there, yep. Exactly.
Does it matter if it's the same each time?
You should pick one. It doesn't matter, but you should pick one and then we'll go with it. Oh, here, that's stiff. Let me get it for you. You almost got it.
Wait, I was putting it at 50. Doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter, as long as it's comfortable enough for you to hold. You just need to hold it as straight as possible. Okay.
What is that?
It's called a transit. So what this thing will do is this will shoot a perfectly level line across the air. So then I will measure, I will look from the tape down, and if that's 40 and that ends 44, I know that I'm 4 inches out. Does that make sense?
Tell me we didn't buy that.
We did not, actually. This is from when I was working up on the farm. Okay. So there's a little sight up there, triangle, to get me lined up. And I gotta focus it. You guys probably can't see that, but tape's in there. and then tip it just a little that way. Now you gotta lean it, yeah, there, good. Okay, so 46 and an eighth. Okay, now go to that corner for me. Okay. Go to the back corner. Yeah, like right there. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see anything, but that side is at 44 and 3/4. So that means that's a lot lower than this. So, okay, thanks, son. That's good for the moment. Actually, wait, let me do one over here. That front there. Yep, you get the whole neighborhood. You get everything. You get the birds, you get the lawnmower. That's actually a power washer over there. Which we have a joke about this. He's a nice guy, but he power washes everything. Sometimes it's his driveway, sometimes it's his walls, sometimes it's his off-roader. 44. That's 44. So, okay. Thank you. I'll holler at you again in a minute. So, I've got 44 inches there. I've got 44 and 3/4 there. That means I'm 3/4 inches lower over there. Then this side, and then I've got a lot of travel down to there. So that side is a lot lower. So, I'm going to start down here. I'm going to crank these up a little bit. And then I'm going to go work on the other side. So, got my transit girls gone. Hey, Alex. This is the tough part because this is not. Hey, thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. I think so too. This is the tough part because this is something I can't do alone. I need someone standing out there. You can buy new ones that are lasers. Hey, babe. Can I use you again for a minute? You need a minute? Okay. Yeah, no, I know. Same thing.
Does it level itself on that thing? Like,
No, I have to level it on that thing. I've got a little bubble that I centered so that it's level. Let's go check that far end first. Nah, disenfranchised. Those lasers are fancy. This is old school. Okay, 44 and a half. It's probably good. Okay, come up to this one. Okay, that I'm at 45. So that could still stand to come up a little bit. Okay. What'd that do to me? 44 and a half. Bam, nailed it. Okay, going down to the other end, hon. When I do that, is that like a... Like, can you see anything in the transit when I do that, or is that just worthless? I don't know how all the magnifier, the mirrors work. Okay. So this is at 44 and 9/16. Okay, come up here a little bit. .44 and an eighth. So I need to drop that about 7/16. So, .44 and 5/16. Which way was I going?
I don't know. That way.
Yeah, it felt like the right way. Real close. That'll do it. Okay. Will you come in the middle, please? No, I'm that good. Yes, right there, it's perfect. So the problem is, I can adjust the 4 outer corners. I can't do anything right here where the wheels are. So we just got to see how. So the wheels are at 45 and a 16th. Okay, that's good, hon. So that means my wheels. Thanks. So it means I've got a bow going through this thing, about a 1/2 inch drop into the middle. So my points on the outside are a 1/2 inch above my middle. And there's not much I could really do. I could try to get more to the wheel area, which I might do. But what it does tell me is that end is nice and level and that end is nice and level, so I can go ahead and put those walls on. So that's good. You know, steel does have a lot of flex to it, which is good overall. Okay, power washer still going. Don't worry, it's still going. Okay. Yeah, man, this overcast is just, whew, so nice. Just loving this day. Okay. So, I am going to get out a couple more ladders. Sorry if I lose you out in this corner of my yard. Oh, that sandbox looks nice. Probably not that clean. These trees are weird and annoying. They're like a weed tree. Okay. Big ladder's out. Need a little bit of both. Get some ladders ready for me. We're gonna get this wall up and into place. Thanks, Justin Franchise. Let's see if we are ready to do it. Let's get this. Excuse me. We can use up a little bit of our ring shanks. With those. That'll work. Nails on hand. That. Okay. Let's get this wall. Just added 50 pounds to it. Just make our job a little bit tougher. But it looks pretty darn good. Ooh. One big problem is I'm not really going to be able to clamp it well now. Something that'll have to be solved. Let me think about that. Let me get a couple more ram sets going. So the issue I'm bumping into here, need my nails, there, right here, is now that I've sheeted the outside, what I was originally going to do is put a clamp from the outside and clamp the bottom plate down to compress the subfloor where it's holding up a little bit. But now that my sheeting's on, I can't get a clamp in there, so that's a negative to pre-sheeting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set a couple more ram set, punch it in, and then what it is what it's going to be. I'm not going to fuss with it from there. Boom. Boom. Man, that thing just does not want to move. Big red charge and it's not going, it's going nowhere. How many misses before a fire? There's a fire. So for those of you that weren't here for subfloor day, this is what we use, a big ram set. It takes a little 22 or they call it 22 caliber, which is weird. I don't quite understand caliber. I thought that was the diameter of a bullet, but this is the size of a charge. and it fires a nail down in there using that charge. So this nail just curled. You can already see it popping up. So that subfloor is popping up. The nail just went in and curled around. So that nail did all of nothing. Okay. So that's what I'm going to have for it. I don't think there's much else to be done. Here I'm going to do one more up here. Okay. Get all that excess out of the way so it's not holding me up. That is garbage. Used them all. Done with that for now. Handy tool though. Okay. So just to see how bad we are, we're going to check how this is. Man, I don't know if you guys can see, but for not leveling it, that's only like an 1/8 out of whack. That's more like a 1/4. That's not bad at all. So when I'm going to nail that wall to this wall, I may end up just loosening that real quick so I can make sure that wall comes in nice and level to this wall. So let's do it. Let's do a corner. That's exciting shit. Okay. It's definitely heavier. Feel that 50 pounds. No doubt. There are 50 additional pounds on this wall. Well, I'm glad it's not windy right now, or this would really suck. Just a light breeze. Okay. So, that guy goes in there. Gotta wedge this thing in a little bit. Okay. That is snug as a bug in the rug. And that's what we like. We want it to be super snug. That means we got our numbers right. Okay. There you have it. I got my exterior down there. I got this here. This is the only area I'm a little bit disappointed in, is that floor is holding up. I'm holding up here. But it does stress how important it is to make your floor nice and flat. But really overall looks really nice. So man, this mess now. Okay, before I lose all my tools, let me put some of this back together. 3/16 they love tools, right? It's not something I can get mad at. I can only get proud of that. Okay. Okay. So that's okay. Yeah, I mean, and really, like, you guys can see how you can really bang. I'm gonna run out of wood here, actually. I didn't order enough. You can see how you can really bang the framing out. Not too much time. This is me thinking around with my kids and all that, but if you have everything set up, you can just blaze on the framing part of it. So you can see I went a little bit far here, so see how I shoved that wall out too far. So we're gonna try to go back in. Might need to get a little tappity. What we really need here is a sledgehammer. So let me get that. I can sit here and fight it, or I can just get the correct tool for the correct job, and that is a sledgehammer. I have a mini sledge somewhere, which would be perfect if I can find that. Otherwise, a big sledge will do. Yeah, measurements, and it's key. You want to take a long time there. You don't want to waste material because you didn't do it right. So, you know, that's an important step. I'm not gonna be able to find my mini sledge. Sorry if I lose you in the garage. Oh, I'm gonna take big sledge right here. It's gonna be fine. It's a big hoss. Yeah, that looks nice. Looks nice. So we're just gonna tap, tappity, 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 tap, 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 tap. Looks real nice. It's lining up real nice there. I'm real happy with that. In a perfect world, I probably would have... Yeah, bud. I heard my name. I probably would have like held my subfloor a ½ inch that way and ran this down another ½ inch. In a perfect world, you can see where it's holding up. Like that. But obviously we don't live in a perfect world, and this is what that liquid flash is for. I'll do some backer, some foam along under there to hold it in place, as long as I'm not riding up too high. And then I will use, I've got this big goop that just creates this heavy duty flashing layer. So I'll end up sealing this thing up really nice. Before I do my siding, when I do my siding, I will hang that, you know, my bottom piece will hang down over this, and so I'll have positive water flow over that. But anyways, that's that. We are gonna plan on doing some sort of little bit of exterior storage here. Just gotta measure for my truck bed, make sure there's no interference. Okay. Measuring once will do that to you. Okay. So, take this thing. I'm gonna get a few nails here. So you can see my wall is a little bit out, so I'm gonna go pop this thing. Pop this one. Our wall is bolted, but it's wobbly, so you know, be careful if you're leaving a tall wall with just a few nails in the bottom and that up top. If this was windy, I'd be in a panic, but right now I don't think it's really going anywhere. But that way I can then just line this up with that real nice. So I'm gonna get this all in line and nailed off, and then these walls will be really nicely together. And I know I've got, this wall is square because I put that rack brace on. That wall square because I put the sheeting on. So as long as I nail those walls together square, there'll be some fine tuning to make sure that they're level in and out. But I know that that corner is correct. I can even use that as some sort of guide. So just get those nice and tight and then nail it off. Galad, I am doing all electric. Electric is not good for heating. So like for ranges, like the stovetop and stuff, it's not as good as gas. But I don't want to have to carry gas tanks. I don't want to refill gas. Most of the time I'm going to be plugged into shore power, which means majority of the time I'm going to have electric there. So I don't have to pay for gas. And my stretch goal at some point would be to do solar, and then all of a sudden make electric work really well if I could ever actually do solar. So, what do I do up here? Yeah, that came through really nice. That's really good up there. So it's naturally going to be slightly lower at this point because I've got that slope back. So that's all good. Real happy with how that came out. That was a good wall. My strategy worked well enough. One other thing I would have done, if you guys been with me here, part of this I hope is, you know, if anyone was ever doing this themselves, they can learn from mistakes I made. I would have